Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Hello everyone, back again with another video. So I think today's topic is gonna be the question that I think most people have asked in their life when they've dealt with different life's challenges and just a bunch of crazy stuff that comes with life, right? Why me? Let's talk about it. So, the $1,000,000 question, why me? Well, I don't know. Why you? Why not you? This is the thing, for a person such as myself who have asked this question so many times, going through the BS of life and just a bunch of crazy stuff. And of course, we make bad, it could just chalk up to we just made a bad choice. We just made a bad decision. A lot of times it's just that what that is, but that's not always the case. We gotta keep it a buck. It's not always the case that we just made a bad decision. Sometimes crap just come to us because of who we align with, who we're connected with. And we end up, whether we had something to do with the situation or not, we're connected to this person that may be having some bad karma, getting it, the universe kicking their butt, but we connected with them in one shape, form, or fashion, and usually it's in a major way, whether that's a family member that we're directly connected with, a lover, friend, and we may get some of that residual bad karma that they get. That could be it. So when we say the why, it's so many different, there's a few different reasons on the why, and that's going to be based upon our situation. You're going to keep hearing me say that a lot. Based upon your situation, you have to take all the factors into consideration, because we ain't all going through the exact same thing. They may be similar, but just like a mathematical problem, there's a bunch of different equations, that could come out to be the same answer. And how we get to the ultimate answer is going to be different. So just like our lives, the ultimate result is what it is. The ultimate answer is what it is. Of course, depending on our situation and our purpose and our journey, but what we all doing to get there could be different. It can be so many factors: how we were raised, our personal experience, what we deal, the choices we've made on this earth, different choices people have made for us. So the why is it me? It's a fair question. I think you should ask it. Pray to whoever it is that you reverence, and seek answers from whatever source or sources that is. And then also be honest with yourself. That's what I don't see a lot of people doing, and this is actually another topic that I'm going to do, which is accountability. a lot of people don't want to be accountable for the decisions they make. I mean, the first step to recovery is, or certain processes, a lot of processes, is acceptance. We have to accept our part in the situation, good, bad, or indifferent. Whatever that is, you need to accept that, right? So once you have that, what you call it, come to Jesus moment, or whatever you want to call it, rubber meets the road. Done all you can, but stand, whatever. It's so many sayings, right? Say the same doggone thing. You hit a stumbling block and you've done all these different things, thought about all these different things, and you're like, okay, why is this happening? And maybe you felt that you changed things up to try to get a different result, which I advise you to do. Don't keep doing the same thing. You know, my dad said, which is, I guess, the same, when nothing changes, nothing changes. You know, you keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result is insanity. It really is. So the why is me. Why is this happening to me? Like I said, there's all different reasons why. And sometimes, I'm just gonna put this out there because I can't not say it, because it's a reality for a lot of people. Not everybody, but a lot of people. It's a reality for myself. Too much is given, much is required. Sometimes you are going to have to go through certain things in your life to experience yourself, so that you can have the practical experience, as opposed to what you think, what you heard. That's all good. Of course it is. You know, we have a lot of people that do schooling and get the book knowledge, but ain't got the actual life experience, you know, to add on to that. That's not to lessen what their contribution into helping others and stuff like that, but that's just kind of something that could just even add on to that, you know, and make it more powerful of their contribution to help, whatever it is that they're doing, as far as helping other people in different areas. If you've walked the walk, you know, especially if you've not just walked the walk and not learned, walk the walk and have learned, and that is like golden nuggets for people who are having those same issues, you know what I'm saying, that may have not overcome them yet. So sometimes, depending on your purpose, you will, part of your life journey is to experience certain things, and it could very well be, and a lot of times it is, very traumatic, you know. And these are things that, you know, we can talk about later on, and I'm gonna upload videos on it and things of that nature. When we come here on this earth, we sign up for certain things. And this is what I have learned. Look, I didn't understand this part, you know, coming from the church and stuff like that. I always thought that the why is me, or why is this happening? Because who in their right mind would want to deal with certain things? Who in their right mind would just say, you know, want to be abused in whatever kind of way? In their right mind. Who in their right mind would want to deal with, you know, death of children? You know, who in their right mind would want to deal with, I don't know, any other type of tragedy that you could think of, or just not getting ahead, or just having an effed up life? Who in their right mind would want to come down here and deal with that? Be reincarnated or to sign up for that? Well, sorry to tell you, but when you going on a spiritual journey, this is one of the things you're gonna learn. And I'm even still in the process of, I've accepted it, but with, I kind of get in my head, I'm an air sign by nature. I'm an Aquarius, specifically a January Aquarius. January, February Aquarius are a little different. But I think both, if I'm not mistaken, I do know some February Aquarius, and I'm actually on the cusp, a kind of Capricorn and Aquarius, but neither here nor there. A lot of air signs, we stay in our head all the time. We overthink. It's just a thing with us. At least I've seen it as a collective. There's other signs in our chart. And I think I mentioned before in another video that I have a lot of water in my chart. My moon and my rising sign are water signs. So that dictates quite a bit of my personality as well. But I do have that Aquarian or that air sign-ish overthinking stuff. So I'll get to be thinking about stuff and I'll be like, what the? I'm like, oh no! In my right mind. But I guess I was in my right mind, because if you're at the source, you're connected to the source, you're on a different dimension, you're in your higher self. We ain't gonna think how we think in this 3D world. We're just not. Our thoughts and everything about us is so high vibrational that we're not thinking like that. And we're in the ethers for God knows how long, thousands and thousands and thousands of years, and we probably got bored. We probably reincarnated on other planets, like, oh, okay, this is cute, this is nice, whatever, I don't know. Let's try Earth. I'm gonna speak of myself. That's probably what I did. I don't like status quo. I hate stagnation, even though that's been one of my challenge areas. I hate it. It's disgusting to me being stagnant and just being the status quo. I like freedom. I like being unique. I don't want to be like anybody else and stuff like that. So I got that going on. I can be kind of a rebel, but I also know how to conform if need be based upon the situation. But that doesn't mean that that's my quote unquote nature. It's just not. So I think that in my higher self, like, okay, I want to experience Earth. I want to do this. And I've been here a few times, but this last time, I'm like, I'm glad that I have been able to get certain things, because when you sign up for certain things, to be born to certain parents, to have certain experience for your higher development, you take that back to the collective when our time is up, because your time gonna be up at some point. As sure as you live on this, you were born, you gonna leave, you gonna die. That's just what it is. That's just the cycle of life. So when we go back to source, we provide that information and things of that nature, and depending on what type of life we live is going to determine on whether or not we're going to reincarnate and who we reincarnate as and things of that nature. And if we have more lessons to learn, things of that nature. My belief is this is it for me. I'm hoping it is. I've already talked to my spirit guys. I ain't trying to do this no more. The Tina Marie song, I've been here before, and then at the end of the song, she like, I ain't gotta come back here no more. That's exactly how I feel. I ain't trying to do this no more. They can have it. I'm okay with being an ethereal being in the ethers, or going somewhere else, some other galaxy, some other universe, doing something else. But here on this rock, please, no, I'm good. I am good in doing something else, or just staying wherever in the ethers and being someone else's spirit guide, or whatever, ancestor, or whatever it is, galactic guide or whatever. I'm okay with doing that. I ain't trying to do this in this flesh suit no more. Nope. Somebody else can have it. And again, this is me in my 3D flesh, but my higher self obviously thought that I need to come here and do some stuff or whatever. Anywho, that could be also the why. You signed up for this. Ish. You signed up for it. You know? And the only way that you'll know that for a fact is for you to, you know, do the work spiritually to connect with the divine source, you know, with the help of your spirit guides, and maybe seek out some individuals who do sessions with going into your Akashic records, you know, and you know, clearing out your chakra systems. This is a process. Once you decide I'm gonna go on this spiritual journey to figure out who I am as an actual spiritual being, not just one piece of me, but all of me, and to know the truth, not just one book, the whole truth, what's been hidden from us. And when I say us, the majority of people, you know, not just what's been given down, passed down to us from, you know, slavery and all these other things and stuff like that that's been forced to us. No, who are we and where do we come from? You know what I'm saying? Because it's multifaceted for a lot of people. It is. So doing that will open you up to discover the why. For myself, because again, since I call myself getting on here, talking to people, my purpose is to heal individuals, help them awaken, and assist women and help women. There's a couple of different ways with that, but that's just kind of a general bullet point of it. So, you know, obviously yours may be different, or it could be the same, but that's the why. You could have signed up for this, you know. Or let's see, another leg of it is, like I said, I mentioned in the beginning about someone else, doing something, you know, we just kind of didn't ask for it. We didn't sign up for it necessarily, but it's just kind of part of the journey. Someone else did some stuff, you know, and to us, you know, it's just kind of what we would consider it unfortunate, but it's an opportunity with all the bad, like anything in life, to grow and ascend to become your higher self, because we can always go the other way and turn completely evil and bad, which a lot of people have done. Look at the world. But that's not what really the divine will have wants for you. You know, of course it's there. Believe me, I've had times where I was just like, F this, I don't care, I'm just going to be on demon time just like everybody else. Not so much as trying to hurt people, but not giving an F. Not giving an F. Nobody else does. I'm always trying to be the nice person. I'm always trying to be the one to turn the other cheek You know, it's hard and it gets old and it gets tired, and you just at some point want to just blow up and give people exactly what they deserve. Well, it'll make you feel good in a minute, but that's not necessarily the answer. However, there are things that you can do to protect yourself. And when that stuff go back on that person, like return to senders I've learned and other different things, protective things that I've learned, when that stuff go back on them, you didn't do it. That's just part of what they deserve. You ain't say, oh, I would wish bad on this person or this. I've never done that. Never. And believe me, I've been effed over a few times. Unnecessarily so. It's just like, really? Like, I ain't perfect, but god damn. Like, really? Like, do you even have a heart? Like, I'm a whole person. Like, really? No, just saying. Now, I don't know if they cried at night or they felt a certain way down the road. I don't know. You know, on quite a couple of them that I can think of. But on the outside, it didn't seem like they cared. Now, I can look at their life and say, yeah, they getting it, you know, in one way or another. I'm on the outside looking in, but I ain't never wished nothing on them. Never. But I've been said to me, like, oh, I wish this, and I was like, really? Or you ain't gonna be this, or you, like, really? That Mr. mentality, like, you know, The Color Purple, like, you ain't gonna never, like, what? How cool is you to say something like that? And I ain't even doing nothing to you. Like, okay, it didn't work out, it's not a good fit, or we're not good as friends or whatever, and I'm just willing to walk away and go on about my life. And if someone will spew evil like that, I ain't never, and you ain't got to. Karmaism, it is. You reap what you sow, good or bad. I reap what I sowed. You know, like I said, I ain't always been where I am right now. I ain't been perfect. I'm 40-something years old. You know, but I've always been a good-hearted person. You know, even if I've made mistakes and I may have cursed somebody out because I feel like they did me wrong, that don't mean I'm a bad person. That means I got caught up in my feelings and I allowed it to overtake me in the moment. And I felt like, you know, I felt like that person deserved it, and they probably did. But, you know, again, it's energy. I'm at that point where, like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather just walk away. But I know how to go at this point. I know how to protect myself to the best of my ability, that I know how to protect myself. And I let my spirit team do whatever. The Most High, God, or whatever it is that you subscribe to, they're gonna answer to that, because the divine sees and knows all what's been done. Whether it's 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. I've seen it in my own life. Effing 6, 7 years later, they getting it. They getting toe off. And at this point, I mean, by that time, you ain't gonna care. You probably, it'll just be entertainment for you. Because that's what it is for me, entertainment, you know. But it's like, well, you know, I'm past it. And this is gonna be part of my story to help someone else. So yeah, don't get too caught up with the why me so much. Have your moment, but don't stay there. Get back up. You know, once you cry, once you get it out, get back up. And I'm not a crier. I'll tell you, I'm a strong person. My family and friends look at me as being so strong because I don't cry. When I cry, it's usually an accumulation of multiple things over a certain amount of time. And at this point, I'm just full. And I have to let it out. And I'll just, you know, most of the time it'll be alone, you know, in my room. And I'll cry out to the Most High, the Divine, my ancestors for help. because it's like I'm overwhelmed, tired, but again, I let it build up so much. You know, and then you have those that kind of cry or are very emotional all the time. I'm not emotional all the time, because I learned to kind of control my emotions, but I am a human and I do have to let it out, you know. I was seeing something online where they say Aquarius are not, they don't have emotions and stuff like that, but when they love, look, it depends on other factors in your chart. Again, my big three, I'm an Aquarius sun, I'm a Pisces moon, which is your emotions and feelings and all of that, and I'm a Cancer rising. So those are the big three, and then I'm not an astrologist, so don't, I got it in the description box if you want to pull up your astrology chart, and you can go on that website, Astrology Seek, and then it'll break down to you what each placement actually means and all that type of stuff. So of course I've done it, or I wouldn't have put it in there. But again, I'm not an astrology buff. I just know the basics. And, me knowing my big three is what they are. I got 2 water signs that's in my big three. So that's dictating a lot. But the Aquarian, that kind of is helping to balance things. But again, so I have a lot of, so I'm just saying, I'm emotional. I just don't, I guess, show it to a lot of people, or whatever. I may come off being one way, but on the inside, I have so many emotions. But anywho, just stay strong, be positive. If you haven't started the process of figuring out what's going on with your particular circumstances, I highly advise you to do so. You in a great time to do it. Ain't no time to do it than now, while the gates of the dimensions are open. Those that are being called, and being awakened, are being awakened during this time. The veil is thin. Do it now. Start the process now. Don't just sit and just continue to be in that, oh, woe is me and why me, and stay stuck there, and you in the same position you was in last year, and then it's 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now, and ain't no movement. You still talking about why me. It's gonna get to why not you, because obviously it's happening to prompt you to do something different, whatever that is. Just saying. So on that note, until we meet again, see you later.